Oh, hello. In today's video, we've got the exciting news that Strike Force Justian is going on pre-order, the vexing news that it's not going to be available in the UK, or Spain, or Poland, or a bunch of other territories. We've got some rules previews for the Strike Force Justian, and a new way to play Kill Team is on the cards. So, the first thing to cover is this bizarre business decision by Games Workshop. An end to Brit privilege. So, forever, really, we here in the UK have had a comparative advantage when it comes to buying Warhammer miniatures due to Games Workshop being a British company. We generally pay the cheapest prices for them. We get much more stock allocated to the UK per capita compared to other territories. But this time, it seems like others have the upper hand. Let's take an extract from the article that's gone up today. So it says here, the Space Marine Heroes series of collectible blind box miniatures returns, now known as Warhammer Heroes, with a new set of Lucky Dip models. Series 4 comprises 7 new miniatures from a variety of Space Marine squads, featuring intercessors, an assault intercessor, a heavy intercessor, an eliminator, and even a captain, all entirely new for this set. They will be available in retailers across the United States, Germany, Japan, China, and Australia. But note, you won't be able to buy them directly from the Games Workshop web store. So, they're only being released in the US, Germany, Japan, China, and Australia. Not in the UK, not in Spain, not in Poland. And if someone was to ask you some of the countries where Kill Team's really popular, those would be the ones that would, I imagine, spring to mind. Now, some really hopeful people have read this and creatively interpreted the grammar to mean that it's getting a normal global release, but they've sort of read that sentence as, oh, you can buy this everywhere, but in the US, Germany, Japan, China, and Australia, it won't be on the Games Workshop web store. That's not what it says. That's cope. It's not coming out in the UK. It might do at a later date, but they haven't even said that. They haven't, and they normally say, oh, don't worry, it's going to come out in other places at a later date. They haven't said that. So, that's weird, especially considering this was first previewed at Warhammer Fest in the UK to an audience of English people who were already excited about it. Yeah, so it's also not clear to me if it's not going to, is it going to be in Warhammer stores? Or is it going to be only in other retailers? Is it like some of these other things where it's going to be in, like the Captain Titus game and some of these other games where they're not actually in Warhammer stores at all, and they're going to be in like games shops? If you're in the US, Germany, Japan, China, or Australia, and you are a subscriber to my channel and you have a decent relationship with the proprietor of your local game store, could you try and find out for me, like, what the situation actually is, so people can find out where they can get these models, if they can get them? Be really interested. If anybody wants to ship me a couple of complete sets from wherever they are, hit me up in the DMs. Yeah, weird. Anyway, enough self-pitying. Let's look at the rules preview. So we got about 3 or 4 facts about the team from the article. So it says here, I'll read their text again. But there's more. Unlike previous series, this collection can be used in games of Kill Team as a unique faction. Each miniature comes with its own Kill Team data card, containing their full rules and a ploy for the team to use. So all you need is any 6 of the 7 operatives to start playing. This Kill Team, Strike Force Justian, is fully match play legal and designed to ease newer players into the game with simple but powerful rules. Don't worry if you're worried about a Space Marine captain hitting the kill zone. A close-range melter gun blast will nuke him all the same. So from this we've learned the following things. It's a 6-man team. Presumably it's going to have a 7-man roster, so you can roster all 7 and turn up to the table and decide which 6 you'd like to deploy for that mission. The Space Marine captain is usable, so some people were saying that you wouldn't be able to use the captain, that would just be there as an extra thing for the set, but the kill team would be the other 6, so they've confirmed that you can use the captain. It does say any 6 of the 7 operatives to start playing, so I guess you don't need the captain. I guess that you could somehow you can define another one as your leader. It does say any 6, so it doesn't say the captain and 5 others. So it's going to be interesting there to see if there isn't a leader that you must take if they have some way of deciding which one is the leader between themselves. I don't know. And they said they're going to be simple but powerful. I mean, I thought intercessors were already supposed to be simple but powerful. We'll have to see if these are simpler and more powerful than intercessors, which would be interesting. We got some more rules previews, though. We've got an actual card. So, for Brother Thysaur, it's an intercessor with a smoke grenade, right? And that's pretty much what it is. So, just like the intercessor in the intercessor squad has standard profile and has kept Bolter Discipline as a baked-in ability, just like intercessors do in the intercessor team. And then he has a single unique action, which is a smoke grenade, which works exactly as we would assume a smoke grenade would, except there's no rule about once per game, so you can throw 4 smoke grenades, you can throw 1 every turn, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so it's not exciting. If you're familiar with intercessors, there's not that much to go through here. Got the intercessor stat line, the intercessor bolt rifle, the intercessor fists, the intercessor built-in bolter discipline, and then you can just toss out a smoke grenade every turn, which is, that's good. That's not a bad thing. It's very simple. There's not a lot to talk about, which is what they were going for, right? Okay, good. In other news, in the same article, so I'll tack it on the end of this video, we get a preview of next month's White Dwarf. And in White Dwarf, in the little yellow circle here, it does say free inside, scenario of the month reference sheet, and 5 cards for a new way to play Kill Team. Probably not anything relevant to match play. It's probably going to be like a narrative thing, but it's interesting that Kill Team's getting some kind of little mini 5-card supplement in White Dwarf. And as soon as I actually get my subscriber's copy of White Dwarf, and I usually, where I live now, I get it reasonably early, I'll be sure to make a video, unless it's a giant nothing burger, but if it's anything remotely interesting, I'll be sure to make a video talking about what this 5-card Kill Team supplement is that we're getting in White Dwarf. And that's it, really. Just, a sort of 10-minute ramble from me today. Let me know in the comments, are you excited to pick these up? I actually was really excited to get these. I had a whole mental thing in my thing where I was going to do them up as Lamenters. I guess I could proxy them. It's buying like a quite a sizable amount of a Space Marine army to get all the bits and pieces that you'd need for these. And I have some around from other projects, but then I was going to do these as their own little chapter, so I'd really rather get the actual Space Marine Heroes set. But yeah, so I was excited, but now I'm perplexed, and I would like to hear from my fellow perplexed people that can't buy this. Any British people, Spanish people, Polish people, who are wondering why they've been excluded from the club of people who are able to buy this product. Would be interested to hear from those people as well. Maybe we can get a mutual support group together, right? And we club together and buy 5 of us club together and buy a box of heavy intercessors and have a heavy intercessor each, right? To make the heavy intercessor guy. I don't know. Please do subscribe, comment, like, etc. And if you are a subscriber to the channel, or you're thinking of becoming a subscriber to the channel, and you'd be interested in hearing, I'd be interested in hearing from people who are in, Australia, the US, Germany, China, and Japan. If you have a decent relationship with your friendly local gaming shop proprietor, if you can try and find out, because I think people would be really interested, like, what's the stock level looking like for these? Because if you're getting low, it comes down to it. There are people I would feel comfortable asking, buy 10, right? I'll pay you for them, send them over, and then we'll sort it out, and we can do things. We can circumvent. But if you know what I mean? I don't want to buy a town's entire supply. If they're only making like 7 of them for a place, that's not on, is it? To try and then export them all. So it just be interesting to find out what the lie of the land there is, right? And languages as well. If they're coming, presumably the English versions in America and Australia. Are the cards in the German ones going to be German or English? I mean, we know we've seen Japanese language cards, so getting them imported that way wouldn't work, right? Or are they secretly going to come and have English, German, Chinese, and Japanese cards in each one? It's possible. They've done that before with some Warcry stuff. They put all the different languages of cards in every set, so you had all the foreign language cards to sort of throw away. This raises a lot of questions about irritating logistics stuff that I kind of want to know the answer to. But yeah, thank you for the continued financial support of those people who choose to be members through YouTube, and the customary shout out to Nightfall, who is a member at the highest tier and is therefore entitled to a personalised thanks and shout out after every single video. Some of you might be wondering where my tournament report for Warhammer World is. It's done. It's created. It's finished. Members have watched it. So sometimes videos that haven't yet found their release window, but they're done. They get uploaded and done, and members have watched that. That will probably be being released on Thursday. I'm trying to keep up my cadence of releasing a video every week, every Sunday. Well, every weekend in theory is what I've said, but every Sunday and every Thursday, and I live stream on Tuesday, and that's what the channel does. And so that's that, but it's been pushed. It was going to come out today, but then of course we got Kill Team related news in the Sunday preview. So like I always say, I always wait on a Sunday for to see if we're going to get anything, and here we are with the thing. Some really intelligent people may have realised that there's a hobby challenge that was supposed to finish a while ago, and then some people on Discord begged me for an extension, and the extension expired yesterday. And they might be wondering where the hobby challenge video is, and that is, I'm going to do the judging for the hobby challenge and create the video for that, and it's just waiting for the next available sort of slot. So that's where those things are. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks. Goodbye. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.